I've got a question that's been bugging me. Why do coffee shops let you camp for 2 hours on one drink when Starbucks' 2023 annual report indicates that a significant portion of its U.S. revenue comes from food? If turnover is king, why bless the laptop fortress? And if those seats are so precious, who benefits from letting them be occupied that long? Because there's a second ledger here I can't shake. Why do chains build bigger tables and more outlets every year? And what's the one number on a manager's iPad that decides whether your lingering is a problem or a profit? Hold that. And here's the part you're not going to like. How many times have you walked in to just get a latte and walked out with a pastry you didn't plan on? We all think we know the rules. Coffee shops live and die on table turnover. A seat is a tiny piece of real estate. The longer you hold it, the less money they make. So logic says, cafes should hate campers. No Wi-Fi, 30-minute signs, passive-aggressive glances. That's the story. Yeah, it tracks. But look around. Most spots now have faster Wi-Fi, softer chairs, more plugs, and the line for just coffee is still out the door every morning. So, which is it? There was this one night I couldn't sleep because one detail wouldn't leave me alone. Why does the pastry case keep getting bigger at places that look more like co-working spaces every month? I kept replaying it, like a chess position you know you misread. And that's where everything gets weird. So I kept digging, and what I found lives in filings, not folklore. In 2013, Howard Schultz continued to emphasize the third place idea. But jump to 2023, Starbucks files its annual report. Buried in the plain text, in the US, food is a meaningful contributor to revenue. Not drinks alone, food. And premium drinks plus add-ons like syrups and alternative milks carry fatter margins than plain drip. Here's the twist. By simple margin math, that $5 croissant can throw off more profit than a $3 latte, which is kind of insane, right? You thought the latte was the star. It's gambit. The croissant controls the center. But that's not even the weird part. A 2019 Square report looked at independent coffee shops across the US. The headline takeaway, a substantial share of their revenue came from things that weren't drip coffee. Pastries, sandwiches, branded mugs, bags of beans. Think about that. More than half the money isn't the liquid in the cup. The conflict? Every indie owner worries about campers killing table turnover. The twist? Their survival hinges on something else entirely. The attach rate. How often a cup drags a snack into the basket. And those items carry the freight. Wait, you'd think the fix is to kick you out faster. Nope. The incentive is to keep you comfortable enough to order one more thing. That's why the pastry case sits directly in your traffic path. That's why the menu boards push seasonal syrups. It's not evil, it's great retail. Industry estimates suggest coffee drinks can carry high gross profit margins, while overall net margins for the whole shop are typically in the single digits to low teens. The drink pays the lights, the add-ons pay the rent. And if you're starting to feel like this doesn't add up, you're right. Because the unit they're optimizing isn't the cup, it's the hour. And then something unexpected happened. I ran the back of the napkin math on a 2-hour camper. Say the latte throws off $2 in gross profit. Over 2 hours, that's $1 per hour for that seat. Not glorious, but if that table adds one $5 pastry with, say, roughly $3 gross profit, sometime during those 2 hours, you just added $1.50 per hour to that same seat. Now you're at $2.50 per seat hour. That's a different game. The end game isn't turnover, it's average ticket per seat hour. Stay with me, this gets weirder, because there's another layer. A busy room is an ad. Full tables create social proof from the sidewalk. That drives fresh orders, even if you don't buy one more thing. Your laptop is a pawn that controls space, makes the board look alive, while the rooks and queens, food cases, premium drinks, do the damage. And here's where you come in. You've probably noticed this without clocking it. You sit down intending to spend $3. 50 minutes in, you stand up to stretch. You pass the case. The warm chocolate chip cookie is right there. Or you remember the bathroom code is on the receipt. Small nudge. You grab a snack. That's not random. There's one detail I haven't told you yet, and it changes everything. Hold that thought. Let's go back to behavior. Chains push alternative milks and syrups because they're high-margin add-ons with a tiny marginal cost. Independent shops lean into sandwiches and branded merch because, as Square's 2019 analysis suggested, the non-drip basket is a lifeline. and both love seating that invites time. Because time increases the odds of attachment. Seriously. And this is exactly where most people make it too personal, because a lot of the time nobody is trying to trick you. The mechanism itself is enough. Fixed rent, predictable morning and afternoon peaks, a long quiet valley from 10 to 2. If someone is willing to hold a seat during dead hours, you don't kill them for buying one drink. You let the vibe do its work, and you let the case do its work. Think about that for a second. You may think lingering is freeloading. Surface truth. The deeper truth is that your presence raises the chance that you, or the person who just walked in because it looked lively, will add a snack or a premium customization. The brilliant revelation? The KPI that runs the room isn't people per hour. It's revenue per seat hour. That's the number on the manager's iPad. And once you see that lever, the whole layout makes sense. Plugs near pastry paths, Wi-Fi logins nudging you back to the counter, seasonal flavors that sound like a treat, not a utility. It's all about lifting the seat hour yield without ever asking you to move. Coffee shops often rely on food, merchandise, and high-margin add-ons to maintain profitability, so customers who stay for long periods with a single coffee can still contribute positively to business. And the sting is this: the longer you play, the more the board tilts toward the snack. You've got agency now. If you want to support your local spot while you camp, grab the thing that actually moves their end game. A pastry, a sandwich, or that premium add-on, especially during the slow hours. There's a related pattern that operates in a completely different field, and it's even more extreme. When you sit with a laptop for an hour, do you end up buying a second item? Which one keeps getting you? The croissant, the cookie, or the oat milk upgrade? Tell me in the comments next time you pass the case on your stretch break. That stack of croissants by the register isn't dessert. It's the rent on your seat, laminated in butter.